I'm James, I'm what they call a hybrid athlete. This past weekend I was on a brainstorming Zoom call with my video editor and we took a small break from shooting a He asked me a tangential question of, I'm going on holiday in around 8 weeks and I used to have abs, but recently, I can't seem to locate them anymore.
Fear no more, brother, I've got you. And you, watching this video. I've got us all. Roger Mayweather used to say.
Most people don't know shit about boxing.
And I can relate to that. Well, not boxing, obviously, but most people don't know much about getting shredded. You see, we've all got abdominal muscles. It's just that you can see some of them because their body fat is low enough. The first step to explicitly unlocking your six-pack abs potential, start here. Not here, but you get what I mean.
What?
That doesn't mean that you just have to eat rabbit food all the time. As long as your daily calorie intake is less than your daily calorie output, you can still have your avocado and bagel. With the fact that we all have abdominal muscles, how do we lose the fat around your belly? Do you do toning exercises? Do you have to train abs every single day? No, it honestly isn't that difficult. All you need to do is consume less calories than you exert on a daily basis. Say for example your maintenance calories, the amount of calories that you consume on a daily basis which enables you to maintain the same body weight is 2,600 calories a day. Consume 2,400, 2,500 and then over the course of a week it's going to be significantly more. That is the only way how you lose body fat. Yes, you can do toning exercises, maybe you're doing them every day, but the only reason why you might start to see your abs if you're doing that, it isn't because you're doing the toning exercises. They might help you burn calories, which actually puts you in more of a calorie deficit. However, it isn't them that's actually helping you to be able to see your abs. See what I'm trying to say? The only way you can start losing body weight, simply putting it, you have to just be in a calorie deficit. It is true that once you get down low enough to a body weight, now you start to see your abs. Say for example, we've all lost the fat. How do you make your abs pop? Now there are numerous ways to do this. I know for myself, I was training abs every single day and I was still fairly lean, but I was only working out for probably around 6 months at that time. I was 16 years old and I used to go in a sauna and there were a few people that I used to see and the abs would just pop out and I was just like, why the hell are my abs not popping out? But I had what you'd call a skin pack. I didn't have a lot of muscle there, I just simply didn't have the body weight. The way that you build abs is the same that you build any other muscle on your body. You have to apply enough resistance for them to grow, for your body to be able to trigger growth, and there's numerous ways you can do this. I'll talk you through some of the exercises that I do now to be able to build the growth in my abs. I perform all of these exercises just to add the resistance into my body. So the first exercise is toes to bar. You can do this exercise with or without ab straps. I personally don't use ab straps because I'm looking to build up my grip strength. Often your grip strength will go before your abs will. So if you're one of those people where you don't have great grip strength, I highly recommend getting some ab straps. Exhale on the way up of all of these crunch type movements. Exhaling on the way up is just going to improve the contraction in your muscles and ultimately add a little bit more of a squeeze. Concentrate on lifting with your core muscles and not your lats and biceps. Try and imagine the movement that you're actually doing. You're building that momentum, building up that strength, that movement from your core, from your abs. Eventually you'll be able to get that mind to muscle connection and that relationship and you'll be able to feel this exercise more. The second exercise I do is an L-sit. Now I have different variations of the L-sit. Me personally, I've been doing them for quite a while with other calisthenics movements, so I like to add other variants and I'm trying to go from the L-sit directly into a headstand and eventually a handstand. You can either hold the L-sit continuously or incorporate other calisthenics movements like I mentioned. Holding it continuously can be anything from 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 5 seconds if you're first starting. This exercise is higher intensity than a plank and it is a great alternative to the plank once you have the adequate strength in your core. A third exercise I like to do is a cable crunch. Now please place a mat on the floor. I've seen someone do this and then he didn't put the pin in sufficiently enough, so he didn't put it right to the end. The pin slipped out and as he was crunching he cracked his nose on the floor and there was blood everywhere. I believe he actually broke his nose. It was absolutely horrible. Don't be that guy. Make sure your pin is securely in the weighted socket and then the same thing again. Exhale on the way down and I personally like to hold it at the very bottom and I inhale inhale on the way up. Again, exhaling on the way down. This improves the contraction, improves the squeeze, and concentrate again on engaging your core, not either using your lats or triceps. But if you can't complete this exercise without isolating your abs, then you'll just simply have to lower the weight. The next exercise is a bench hip raise. This was really difficult for me personally when I first started. However, you can do this on a flat bench and build the way up. The steeper the angle and the closer to 90 degrees that you set the bench at, it will increase the difficulty of the exercise. But again, start on a flatter bench if you don't have the strength and build up. Concentrate on lifting your body weight with your core to minimize your lats and your biceps. I found this stuff really difficult to feel at first, but these are the type of exercises that really isolate your core, and I can't recommend these enough to be able to build the muscle mass and to be able to make your core pop a little bit better. And then my final exercise I like to do, you can either do normal oblique raises, so one side at a time, or single-sided farmer's walk. You might be wondering why single-sided, not both-sided. See, single-sided farmer's walks rather than holding weights in both of your hands is just much better for your core, because your oblique muscles on the side of your body have to work over time just to be able to keep your body or your posture straight. You see, I've got both my fists clenched here because in my head I like to imagine I'm carrying weights in both of my hands. This way it helps keep my posture upright, and I find it improves my form for this movement. Do you need to train your abs every single day? The answer to that is absolutely not. Say for example you go to the gym an extra day a week and you train abs for 30 to 45 minutes. You can do that once a week, or you could just do 5 to 10 minutes at the end of every single session, which is something that I do. It really doesn't matter, whichever way around you want to do it. You don't need to do these 7-minute workouts, 8-minute workouts, 6-minute workouts every single day for you to be able to start seeing your abs. All you need to do is just provide the resistance that they need to trigger growth. You can give yourself a head start by still doing these core exercises that are going to make your abs pop before you lose the weight. That way when you lose the weight, your abs are going to look better. But if you can build that muscle mass up in your stomach, then that way when you get down lean enough so you can start to see your abs, they're going to look all that much better. Enjoy your training. The first few weeks or the first month of doing these ab exercises, you're probably not going to enjoy them. Why don't you enjoy them? Because you haven't yet seen the progress in potentially reps, the amount of weight you can do. Perhaps you can see them and you get motivated that way. But as soon as you start to see some progress, that is when you start to get addicted to the exercises, and it makes it all that more easier to be able to keep going with your training, and you've built up that momentum in your favor, and then you'll actually start to enjoy your training. Results will differ based on the individual, their body type, their genetics, so don't compare yourself to anyone else. A healthy mind will compare itself to itself, hold yourself accountable, and ultimately, you know, maybe you even need to take progress pictures so you can see how far you've come. Enjoy the process of getting better, because the process is the fun part. It's not like you get abs, you start to see them one day and then all of a sudden you're happy. I appreciate this video was a little bit of a clickbaity title. It might take you 20 weeks, 6 months for you to start seeing your abs, a year, I don't know, but ultimately I wanted to provide some kind of value that everyone could take out to improve their physique, improve their confidence, their self-respect by working hard on a daily basis, and ultimately improving their strength for functionality. So if you have found any value in the video, please do like it, consider subscribing if you're new. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. I'm over and out. Right, it's been a fun one.